I came halfway around the world to this conference with great hopes for the effectiveness of the agenda, how stimulating it would be. I have not been disappointed. It has been a tremendously receptive audience to new ideas, fresh ways of thinking, exchanging ideas, and the Asian Pacific region. It's such a dynamic region. There are so many cultures coming together and in some ways being very innovative and yet in some ways being very traditional.
The opportunity to hear amazing keynote speakers, to be part of amazing workshops and to also meet colleagues from the international community. It's really fascinating and will give us a chance to develop our own practice.
School communities realize that this topic is something that's been hidden, that we need to lift the lid and really help people realize the prevalence of abuse. When we conducted a survey of over 700 international schools, over 90% of the teachers said, we need training, and we need regular training. Counselors, psychologists, school leaders, finance directors, curriculum specialists, psychologists, all coming at it from their own perspective. And because we tried to create also an opportunity not just to learn, but then to foster discussion, people were able to see that A, they're not alone in terms of developing their practices and to learn from each other.
Child protection, safeguarding, it's a collective responsibility across the whole sector of international schools. Whether you're a British international school, American international school, Australian, Canadian, dual nationality or dual curriculum, the key message is that collectively we must work together to eliminate risk in our schools for the safeguarding of children and young people. The whole premise of the conference and why it's been so successful is that people have come here to learn, but people have also come here to share.
然后我们看到了，就是你们邀请的嘉宾是来自于很多不同的地域的，学校有很多学生是要出国的，然后我们学校也是想和世界最先进的这种教育的理念，还有教育的同仁有一些沟通，所以我们就选择来香港参加这个会议。
It's really nice to be interacting with teachers and administrators from outside of Hong Kong in different schools as well. And it's always nice to see and learn new things and discover new areas, see what I can bring back to my school.
But I quite like the flexibility of moving between sessions based on need as well. And I've come with a colleague so we can kind of tackle numerous sessions and feed back to one another.
One of the nicest things about this conference has been that we've been able to meet this concept of working with early childhood children from many different points of view. We've heard from Montessori teachers, we've heard from global teachers, we've heard from practitioners based with literacy backgrounds, we've heard from practitioners based with science backgrounds. It's important for us to understand the complex task that we have when we work with young children. International schools are a really interesting mix of schools. They have great sense of diversity, they have transnational populations, they have multilingual learners, they have populations of staff, of children, of families who are constantly in a sense of change and flux. Conferences like this are important possibilities for teachers to step back from their day-to-day work, to step back from their classrooms and to allow themselves the time and the space to rethink what it is that they do, to rethink their authentic pedagogy.
Brilliant people presenting, but we've also got brilliant people in the audience who've been able to share, ask great questions, put great comments. So in terms of the learning experience, it's been fantastic, it's been very generative.
And I particularly like this, the way that this is set up as far as the exhibition is concerned, because we can see all the latest and greatest in technology and things that we can use at our school. Networking, bringing people together, the connections, schools here from all over Asia, which is, you know, very important for us because we don't get to talk to everybody in our profession. We're in a counseling realm.
It's a great idea to have this conference. It's really lovely, especially when I'm outside of my home country, to get together with other educators and other counselors, share experience and talk about what's happening in our schools. I find it quite valuable. So for me, I did not know about this conference last year, Now that I do, I'm so excited. I think I'm going to come again next year. Thank you.